Well, recognizing that this was really developed based on the Beslan school scenario and the difficulties, vulnerabilities that the Russian special forces faced, I'm a firm believer that this vehicle will give American law enforcement the ability to do what the Russian special forces couldn't, and allow police to do what the Russian special forces couldn't, and manage to live and save a lot of lives. They confronted a number of tactical difficulties that certainly American law enforcement will confront in active shooter situations, in mass hostage sieges, any of the extreme tactical threats that we can look at coming to America. One is having to cross open ground under heavy gunfire. You've got to get your teams moved up, and certainly this gives them the capability of doing that. They can move teams inside, they can move teams behind it. Another thing is breaching. More and more we're seeing, even in our own recent school sieges, the Platte Canyon High School situation in Bailey, Colorado, 5 days later, the Amish school in Nickel Mines, Pennsylvania, Cho at Virginia Tech, where even our own socially produced predators are using ever-increasing and improving fortifications. The fortifications contain the target victim population, and they keep law enforcement out. They have that dual purpose. Law enforcement needs to be able to breach in an instant. They cannot be running up to doors and finding fortifications, whether they're IEDs or chains. When bad guys inside are discharging around a second into innocent citizens, you need to be able to ensure breaching immediately the moment you reach those doors, and certainly this vehicle was designed to provide that very thing. The ability to move down hallways, to have a vehicle that can withstand heavy gunfire, to have a vehicle that can withstand IEDs, as Klebold and Harris had over 90 at the Columbine High School. Teams alone out there, unprotected, unguarded, don't have the ability to do it. They certainly don't have the ability to do it easily. This vehicle provides that ability. It's small enough that it can maneuver down narrow hallways. It can deal with tight intersections. It can rescue wounded. It can move resupply in, which was another problem with the Russian special forces. Guys got shot down all day crossing vast expanses of open ground, bringing resupply in, bringing wounded out, carrying wounded out in their arms, carrying them over their shoulders. A lot of innocent people died, a lot of brave soldiers died, and some townspeople too were attempting to accomplish that very noble objective, and they paid a huge price for it. They made a noble sacrifice. This vehicle gives them the ability, gives American law enforcement the ability to deal with all of that, to deal with it quickly, to deal with it safely. And I've never seen anything that even comes close to it when it comes to that vast range of tactical capability.